When you think super green, what's the first thing that pops into your head? For most of us, it's probably spinach or kale, right? But what if I told you the real champion, the unsung hero, has been hiding in plain sight this whole time? Well, today, we're diving into the science behind a leafy green that might just be the most powerful of them all.
I mean, think about it for a second. The marketing teams for spinach and kale have done an absolutely brilliant job. They've turned them into health food celebrities. But what if the real nutritional powerhouse has been quietly sitting on the sidelines, just waiting for its moment? So before we introduce our underdog, let's just quickly set the stage and look at the current kings of the super green world. On one side, you've got spinach. It's a classic, right? A total nutritional staple we all know for its iron. And then there's kale, the absolute celebrity of the last decade, famous for being packed with vitamins and antioxidants. Now, they're popular for a good reason, for sure, but the story definitely doesn't end there. Okay, now it's time to turn our attention to the unsung hero, a green that, let's be honest, is often just dismissed as a peppery little garnish for a salad. So what exactly is arugula? Well, officially, it's a member of the Brassicaceae or cruciferous family. And don't worry, we're going to come back to why that family name is so important in a minute. But here's a fun fact. While we call it arugula, many other parts of the world call it rocket. And trust me, you're going to want to keep that name in mind because its health benefits are, well, pretty explosive. And that brings us to our first big reveal. Arugula's secret weapon, its superpower, is something called dietary nitrate. And the amount it has is just unbelievable. The whole process is actually beautifully simple. You eat vegetables that are naturally rich in these nitrates. Then your body works its own kind of magic, and it converts those nitrates into an absolutely crucial molecule called nitric oxide. So why should you care about nitric oxide? Oh, because it's a total game changer for your body. It's what's known as a vasodilator, which is just a fancy way of saying it helps relax and widen your blood vessels. This improves your blood flow, helps keep your blood pressure healthy, can boost athletic performance. It even acts as a messenger in your brain. This molecule is so fundamental to our health, its discovery actually won the Nobel Prize in Medicine back in 1998. It's a big deal. Okay, now this is where it gets really mind-blowing. We hear all the time about beet juice for athletes, right? And we know spinach is a healthy green. But just look at arugula on this chart. It's not even in the same ballpark. It's playing a whole different game. Let that number just sink in for a second. 480 milligrams of dietary nitrates in a 100-gram serving. According to the research, that makes it the single most concentrated source among all the vegetables we commonly eat, period. So what does this actually mean in the real world? It means when it comes to producing that all-important nitric oxide, arugula just blows the competition out of the water. We're talking about nearly 3 times the nitrates of beets and an absolutely staggering 18 times more than kale. 18 times. But wait, there's more. The nitric oxide boost is incredible, but it's only half the story. Arugula's second superpower actually comes from its family tree. Remember how we mentioned arugula is a cruciferous vegetable? Well, this family is famous in the nutrition world. It's a group that includes broccoli, kale, and of course, our hero, arugula. They all share this nutritional signature. They contain these really potent sulfur compounds. So the huge advantage of being in this family comes down to these compounds called isothiocyanes. Arugula happens to be especially rich in one called arusin, and these compounds are a massive area of scientific research because they appear to have all sorts of anti-cancer properties, from helping to prevent DNA damage to even helping the body get rid of malignant cells. And this isn't just theory. Check this out. This graph comes from a study at UC Santa Barbara, and it shows us what's happening at a cellular level. You can see right there, as the researchers increase the concentration of arusin, that's the compound from arugula, the growth of these particular breast cancer cells just plummeted. It's a really powerful visual of this compound's potential, at least in the lab. And, this isn't some isolated finding. The researchers themselves say what larger population studies have shown for years. Diets that are rich in these kinds of vegetables are consistently linked to better health outcomes, and specifically a reduced risk for certain types of cancer. So what's the big picture here? Does this all mean you should throw out your spinach and kale and just eat nothing but arugula from now on? Well, not exactly. And this might be the most important takeaway of all. The science doesn't point to a single magic bullet vegetable. The real goal isn't about crowning one superfood champion. It's about building a super diet, one that's full of variety.
So let's wrap this all up. What should you take away from all this? Number 1, arugula is without a doubt the king of dietary nitrates for boosting that crucial nitric oxide. 2, it delivers an incredible 1-2 punch of those nitrates, plus those cancer-fighting cruciferous compounds. And 3, let's not forget, that unique peppery taste is an amazing way to add flavor to your meals. But ultimately, arugula is one powerful player on a very diverse team. A truly healthy diet is going to have a whole mix of different greens, fruits, and vegetables.
It's pretty clear that arugula is a nutritional powerhouse that absolutely deserves a regular spot on your plate. So the only question left to ask is, are you ready to let a little bit of rocket launch your health to a whole new level?